Hey guys, how you doing? It's Gavin here from Start Fresh Personal Training. So today this video is going to be about rehabbing the knee. So if you're somebody that's had meniscus surgery or something like I've had, which was high tibial osteotomy, which was where they took or split the shin and put a new wedge of bone in there just to offload the knee to stop part of it grinding away. This video is going to be really useful. So with regards to starting afresh and starting things anew, there's no better time than after an injury, and a lot of times it's really difficult to get back to where you were, or even just improve and get through that sort of initial period of the soreness and the stiffness. So I'm going to go through in a minute. I've got my bike and stuff set up behind me. I'm going to just quickly explain and walk you through what you need to do to get your knee nice and strong, so you can start moving around again and living a bit more of a functional life. Because some of those knee injuries, they take a little bit of time, but if you rehab it properly with the right exercises, you're going to be really good to go. Some of the advice I had from my surgeon, which wasn't brilliant, was just jump on a bike. But that's all well and good, and you can't do that forever, and you need to progress along as well. You can't just sit on the bike to strengthen your knee. There's lots of other exercises that you can do. And after having 8 knee operations myself between both knees, I've become really good at rehabbing it back to strength. And just an example of that was when I had the last knee operation. It's quite a nasty one. I wasn't able to stand up off the couch and off the chair, but now I'm able to squat some big heavy weights on my back. I can deadlift, I can do everything that I used to be able to do pretty much. So just because you've got a knee injury doesn't mean that you actually can't live an active life again. So a couple of things I'm going to cover, just 5 points. Is going to be a warm-up, how you're going to warm up that knee. Talk about range of movement, then we're going to go through the exercise and the order of exercises I recommend to get it back to full strength. And if you follow this, you're going to be really well on the road to recovery. So I'm going to move this box out of the way. So first off, you're going to have to sort of really stretch that knee a little bit. And what you'll find is that when I had my knee surgery done, it was really stiff. I couldn't probably lift it past there. But what I want you to do before you do anything is just get used to stretching it as much as you can. Just using the muscle to contract, to pull the knee back. If you do it this way, you're going to find that you can't really overstretch it. If you start yanking on it, it's going to start, you can pull it off further and it might hurt. But if you do it this way, use the muscles in the back of your leg just to bring it back. And in no time at all, you're going to get some really good range of movement into it. So as for stretching, like I said, don't pull on it, just use it this way. And even just do, I would say, 10 to 15, nice and slow. So this sort of speed, 1, contract it, 2, 3, and keep going up to about 15. Once you've done 15 of those, get yourself onto an exercise bike. Don't go on an outside bike, because there's a good chance that if you fall off, you're going to hurt yourself. You haven't got the balance. I bought that bike for the sole reason of rehabbing my knee when I had it done. And when you're just starting off, or even if you've had an operation and it's still a bit stiff a couple of months later because you've had no rehab or no strengthening exercises, get on the bike. So it'd be the best thing for you. So when you're starting off, after you've done those little dynamic stretches or the leg lifts, jump on the bike, set it to a comfortable pace and work for about 5 minutes. Pretty much go with what pain allows, and B, what your fitness allows. If you're really unfit, then 5 minutes might be a long time, but just get on the bike. And what's going to happen is when you pedal forward, you're going to get the good range of movement and the good bend, and you really start to loosen that knee out. Because what happens is when the knee starts to heal, it becomes really tight because of the scar tissue, and if all the range of movement is walking around, your knee will just get stuck in that position. Happened to me on this side. It took me a really long time to get the full range of movement back. So again, on that bike, a really good long range of movement, down to the bottom, up to the top. You're going to really start to loosen it off. You're going to get lots of blood in there, get the synovial fluid and stuff in there, and break down that scar tissue, and you're going to find that you're going to be a lot more active after that as well. Next thing we're going to do is something called wall squats. And these can be really challenging for some people, but They're not that bad once we get started. So there's a couple of variations. So I'm going to use the colour of my rack here, but it could be done against the wall. And all you're going to do, depending on how fit you are, how strong you are, come down. You're going to sit down to about 45 degrees. And you're just going to make sure that the knee is above the ankle. So you're not in your wall squat this way with the knees over the toes. Make sure the weight is on the heels. And the knee is just about, obviously in line with the ankles, just like that. And you're just going to hold it. And what you're going to do, put your hands on the top of your thighs, and hopefully you start to feel those quads start to go hard, which means the muscles are working. If it's still a bit tight, then you might tend to lean to one side. What I want you to try and do is just put your hand on your knee and adjust the weight to the side of your bad knee and let it contract. You're going to want to try and hold it for about 30 seconds to start with, and you can build that up to a minute. And once you get to a minute, I want you to grab a little weight and just hold the weight, or get down just a little bit lower and hold it there. And once you get to a minute at these ones, then you're going to grab a weight and then you're going to improve that way. So you're going to do 3 or 4 sets of that. 4 is probably the best if you can manage it. And like I said, the 30 seconds at a time. So you're going to do 30 seconds, then you're going to rest for maybe 30 to 40 seconds, and then you're going to do it again. And keep on doing that until you get your 4 sets. So once you've done that, then you're going to grab a step. I got a box here, depending on how advanced you are. But first of all, it's going to just be called a single leg knee bend. So if you take your knee, you can't see my knee because it tracks the bottom, but keep your knee nice and straight, and you're just going to bend it gently, not too far, and stand back up. And when you do this, you're going to put a lot of pressure on that quad, and it's going to help break down that scar tissue, strengthen the quad, which is really, really important for a knee injury like this. Because in that quad muscle in there is going to really support that knee, keep it healthy, keep it strong. Come down and back up, and again you're going to be looking at 12 to 15 reps. Do what you can, do what pain allows. If it's really, really sore, don't do it, okay? You need to just stick with the wall squats and the cycling until it gets better. The other one you can do once you start getting a little bit stronger is get a step or a box. One knee on the box, and you just stand up and slowly come back down. Come back, slowly come back down. Again, you can do that for 12 to 15 reps. What you want to try and avoid is doing the leg extension machine. So if you go in the gym and you've got the leg extension where you push out that way, avoid that at all costs, because what it does, it puts your knee in quite a nasty position and you can really do some damage on the inside of it. What you want to be looking for is things like closed chain exercises. And closed chain exercise means that your feet are on the floor and your body is moving around your knees. So if you're extending your leg, your feet are moving, I want your feet to be still, and you want to be doing exercises from there. And the reason being is that when your feet are planted on the floor, all the muscles in your leg fire as they should. So they're not going to lean towards weaknesses on the left or right, out or in, or back or front. Really, really important to do that. So like you got a single leg knee version this way. When you're a little bit more advanced, a little bit stronger, use a step. And then the last one we're going to do is that you still need to strengthen the quads, actually the hamstrings and the glutes. So what you find is that you get really concentrated on doing the front of the leg. You actually need to do the back of the leg as well. And the hip back exercise is a fantastic exercise, and it's going to hit everything as it should. So as you come down, lie on the floor, and you're going to dig your heels into the floor. As soon as you dig your heels into the floor, you're going to feel the back of your legs start to light up a little bit, and then you're just going to lift your hips up off the floor this way. And lift it down, and lift it up. And you may find that it could be a little bit sore doing that, and if it is, just hold off until it's a bit stronger. But certainly try, and even if you just put some weight on it without lifting your hips, it's going to really help. So if you just dig into the floor without lifting, you feel the back of the leg start to work, and then just release it. So you dig in and release it, and again 12 to 15. And you want to do these strength exercises about 4 times, 3 to 4 times, with about a 30-second rest in between. And I promise you from experience that if you just do that every single day, because it's not heavy, it's not heavy exercise, it's just stuff that you need to rehab again. It takes lots of time, lots of volume, which means lots of repetitions, and just do it every single day. Get on the bike. I'd even recommend doing the bike twice a day, these exercises once a day, and just get it going. And honestly, you know, as I said from experience, your knee starts to get better really quickly. And an example of that, how fast I was managed to recover, so when I had this knee done, they put a big bunch of plates on the side to keep the bone wedge in place. And usually it's in there for a year before they even take it out. I was managed to rehab myself back within 6 months. I had the plate out and it was fully healed. My leg was strong again and I was able to do what I need to do. I really hope this has been of some use to you guys, certainly the guys with the meniscus tears, sore knees, certainly after operations. It's going to really help you guys to do it. So I'm going to leave my email address below, and I'd love to hear how you guys are doing. If you've got any questions, or email me or put something in the comments, and I'll do my best to reply to you. But yeah, like I said, we're starting fresh, as I said at the beginning. You know, starting fresh. You can start fresh every day. You know, any minute of the day, and certainly after an injury and an operation, you need to start afresh, and you need to start working on it. And like I said, little bits done every day consistently over time is going to make you a lot better, and you're going to be a lot more active and mobile. Hope you liked the video, guys. Give me a thumbs up, and cheers. I'll catch you later. Bye.